infertility affects 1 in 6 people worldwide, presenting both emotional and physical challenges. However, advancements in reproductive medicine, particularly in vitro fertilization (IVF), have brought new hope to individuals and couples that striving to achieve pregnancy when natural conception is difficult or impossible. IVF, which stands for in vitro fertilization, is one of the most recognized types of assisted reproductive technology, ART. In vitro means in glass, reflecting the use of laboratory tubes. This procedure involves fertilizing an egg with sperm outside the body in a lab dish, then transferring the resulting embryo to the uterus. In this way, IVF has revolutionized the path to parenthood for countless families, making the dream of having a child attainable.
Now, let us move into the fascinating history of in vitro fertilization, commonly known as IVF. Let's take a journey through the time to see how IVF has evolved from its inception to the present day. In 1968, Robert Edwards and Patrick Steptoe embarked on a groundbreaking journey. They were the first to invent IVF, an artificial reproductive technology that offered hope to many. They implanted an artificial tube into a woman with obstructed fallopian tubes. Unfortunately, their initial attempt did not result in a successful pregnancy. Fast forward to 1978, a year that marked a significant milestone in the medical history. In the United Kingdom, the first successful in vitro fertilization treatment was achieved. This incredible success led to the birth of Louise Brown, the world's first IVF baby. Just a year later, in 1979, the world welcomed Lester McDonald, the first IVF baby boy. During the early 1980s, IVF gained popularity in hospitals across Australia and the United States. In 1980, Egypt issued the first Sunni fatwa regarding IVF, indicating the beginning of religious considerations and discussions surrounding this new technology. Today, IVF has come a long way. More than 5 million IVF babies has been born worldwide. The latest advancements have significantly improved the success rate, which now stands at an impressive 65%.
Next, the hukum in using technology in human reproduction, which is IVF, is harus, or in Arabic term we call a mubah. This hukum is only used for married couples. Besides, the use of IVF can turn to haram if the woman use the semen of a husband who has died or the sperm of a husband stored before death, which is known as a sperm bank. It is because the marriage relationship has ended after one of the husband or wife has died. Therefore, there are also situations where using someone else's sperm or ovum, for example, a wife using sperm from someone else that is not from her husband, or another situation called surrogacy, where a husband and wife use each other's sperm or ovum. After the embryo has been formed, they put the embryo in the womb of another woman. All these situations are also haram and prohibited in Islam.
Let's move to Quranic verses related to IVF. In Surah Al-Isra, verse 17,
وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ وَحَمَلْنَاهُمْ فِي الْبَرِّ وَالْبَحْرِ ورزقناهم من الطيبات وفضلناهم على كثير ممن خلقنا تفضيلا.
It means, verily, we have glorified the children of Adam, and we have transported them on land and in the sea. We also bestowed upon them sustenance from the good, and we made them superior to the many creatures we treated with perfect superiority. So we move to the law of IVF in Islam with the following condition. First of all, legal husband and wife, which means IVF should be done only between legal married couples. The use of sperm or egg cell from external donors is not allowed. Secondly, halal procedure. It means the IVF process must be done in a way that does not conflict with Islamic teachings, such as protecting private parts and maintaining purity. Lastly, use of embryo. Embryo produced from IVF must be implanted into the wife's uterus and cannot be stored for future use or given to other parties.
Islam generally allows this in vitro fertilization. This is because the effort to have a child is a noble effort that is praised in Islam. However, there are some things that are allowed and some things that are prohibited in this case. So, therefore, it is clear that Islam allows and prohibits in vitro fertilization in certain situations to maintain the well-being of offspring in Islam.